Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for what we're going to treat as your ultimate revision class on home fitness economics. If you've been looking to get fit at home, you've probably noticed how incredibly overwhelming the market can be, right? You want a solid piece of equipment, but you absolutely do not want to sign up for a mandatory monthly subscription that just ends up costing as much as your old gym membership. Well, today we are going completely subscription-free and focusing strictly on the budget tier. We have meticulously analyzed the specifications, we've read through literally thousands of real user complaints, and we've evaluated the true build quality of the most popular budget bikes out there. So grab your virtual notepads because by the end of this revision session, you'll be equipped to make a highly informed, perfectly tailored decision for your space, your body type, and your specific goals. Let's get into it.
I want you to look at this question on the screen. It's a highly relatable fear, isn't it? Let's just be honest with ourselves. A very common mistake people make when venturing into home fitness is assuming that if they don't spend top dollar, they are basically doomed to failure. They assume most so-called budget exercise bikes are just wobbly pieces of metal that inevitably end up as, well, very expensive racks for hanging laundry. We're going to challenge that assumption today. Do you really need to spend $1,000 to get a good sweat? The short answer is no, but only if you know exactly what to look for. Today, we're cutting right through the slick marketing hype to find the only 5 bikes under $300 that are genuinely worth your hard-earned money.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today's revision class. First, the budget bike dilemma. Second, key selection criteria. Third, our top 5 bike picks. Fourth, crucial buyer warnings. And finally, the final verdict.
Section 1. The budget bike dilemma. Before we can solve the problem of finding a great bike, we really have to validate the very real consumer skepticism that surrounds cheap fitness equipment. It is entirely justified to be wary of the sub-$300 price point. The market is absolutely flooded with subpar products that prioritize flashy paint jobs over actual structural integrity. The dilemma here is figuring out how to sift through the junk to find the hidden gems that actually function as reliable fitness tools. This quote right here summarizes the overarching fear perfectly. Most budget exercise bikes are just wobbly pieces of metal that end up as expensive clothes racks. A super common mistake buyers make is purchasing a cheap bike purely on impulse, completely ignoring its structural ratings. This results in an uncomfortable, wobbly experience that discourages them from ever using it again. For example, imagine trying to do an intense cycling sprint and the entire frame of the bike is literally shifting back and forth under you. You'd stop using it immediately. But we're going to teach you how to avoid that exact scenario. So just for a quick recap of this first section. The budget bike market is filled with unstable, low-quality options, and our main dilemma is knowing exactly how to identify structurally sound equipment that won't just end up holding your laundry.
Moving right along to Section 2, key selection criteria.
So how exactly did we pick our top contenders? Well, we certainly didn't just log online, sort by the highest star rating, and call it a day. As students of consumer research, you know that star ratings can be incredibly misleading. Instead, we established a very strict set of foundational specifications. If a bike felt like it would tip over during a fast pedal, it was immediately disqualified. We needed a rigorous, scientific approach to our evaluation. Let's define an absolutely crucial term here: magnetic resistance. This is a system using magnets to create tension. Why does this matter? Because it results in a virtually silent and maintenance-free ride. The alternative, which you'll often see on bikes under $150, is a friction felt pad system. A massive mistake budget buyers make is purchasing a bike with felt pads, not realizing those pads wear out quickly. They require annoying maintenance, and they can get incredibly noisy over time. Think of it this way. An example of magnetic resistance in action is being able to pedal furiously in your bedroom while your partner sleeps soundly right next to you. It's a massive upgrade in your quality of life.
Alongside resistance, here are the other essential specs you absolutely must check. First, flywheel weight. A heavier flywheel ensures a smooth, fluid pedal stroke rather than a jerky, uneven one. Second, as we just discussed, the resistance type. Third is weight capacity. Now this isn't just about the user's weight, it is the truest indicator of overall frame stability. Finally, adjustability is crucial for proper ergonomics so you don't accidentally injure your knees. By the way, stick around until the end of this class because I'm going to share a $15 accessory that fixes the single biggest complaint people have with every single bike on this list. So, to quickly recap our criteria for Section 2, always evaluate a budget bike based on its flywheel weight, resistance type, weight capacity, and adjustability, heavily favoring magnetic resistance for a silent, maintenance-free ride.
All right, Section 3, our top 5 bike picks.
This is where we apply our criteria to the real world. We've actually categorized each of these 5 winning bikes by a specific lifestyle or use case.
Not every bike is perfect for every student, so pay close attention to which profile best matches your personal living situation and your fitness goals. First up on our roster is the best overall, the Yosuda indoor cycling bike. Consider this the safe bet. It's really the gold standard for entry-level spin bikes. Why does it take the top spot? It features a highly impressive 35-pound flywheel. At this price point, that is absolutely exceptional. This heavy flywheel means the pedal stroke is incredibly fluid, mimicking a true studio feel. It's perfectly designed for the average person who wants a real cardio workout without dropping $800. It boasts a sturdy steel frame and really easy assembly. Now, a common mistake here is expecting premium tech. The LCD screen is quite basic and the resistance knob is manual, so you actually have to feel your way to the right level. But if you want a real spin experience on a strict budget, this is the one for sure.
However, just because the Yosuda is best overall doesn't mean it's right for everyone. It's actually quite bulky, so if your home gym is actually just a tiny corner of an apartment, we look to our best for small spaces pick, the Sunny Health and Fitness X-Bike. This bike is truly foldable. As a practical example, you can literally fold it up and roll it right into a closet when guests come over. It utilizes that magnetic resistance we defined earlier, making it whisper quiet. The trade-off? The posture is much more upright, so you're not going to get an intense, bent-over cyclist burn, and it does have a lower weight limit. But for low-impact, super convenient movement, it is absolutely brilliant.
And that brilliantly illustrates our next category, Best Heavy Duty. This is the Exerpeutic Gold. Look, most budget bikes start to wobble once you hit a certain weight or a certain speed. Not this one. It has a massive 400-pound weight capacity. While most budget bikes cap out at 250 or maybe 300 pounds, this thing is built like an absolute tank. It provides a deeply planted, non-wobbly feel for larger adults or literally anyone who prioritizes supreme stability over fancy features. Amazingly, it also folds, which is incredibly rare for a bike this heavy. The only real downside is the seat, which is notoriously firm, but we are going to address that very shortly.
Next up is our pick for best performance and value, the Vevor magnetic spin bike. Vevor is a brand that usually makes heavy industrial gear, and they've brought that exact same engineering energy right into this bike. This is for the spec hunter in our class today. They pack an incredibly heavy flywheel and superior magnetic resistance compared to bigger name brands at this exact same price point. You get an extremely smooth ride and zero maintenance on the resistance system. A common mistake with this specific brand is expecting personalized, hand-holding customer service. Their support is a bit more corporate, and assembly can be slightly tedious. But for the pure physics of the ride, it's an incredible value.
Finally, we have the best for beginners, the Sunny Health and Fitness Upright Cycle. We like to call this the old reliable. There is no folding here, no fancy spin geometry, just an intuitive, completely natural bicycle posture that simply works. For example, if you just want to pedal comfortably while catching up on Netflix without having to learn intense, leaning spin techniques, this is absolutely perfect. It is extremely stable because it has a fixed frame. The downside is it takes up a permanent spot in your room, and it's certainly not meant for high-intensity sprints. Let's quickly summarize Section 3 for your notes. The Yosuda is the best all-around studio experience, the Sunny X bike is for tight spaces, the Exerpeutic Gold offers a massive 400-pound stability limit, the Vevor offers the best technical physics, and the Sunny Upright is the most intuitive for casual beginners.
Moving into Section 4, Crucial Buyer Warnings.
All right, this is the reality check portion of our revision class. In order to be a fully informed consumer, we need to build some trust and outline exactly what the sellers will not tell you in their product descriptions. So, the absolute crucial point is this number right here, 15. Remember how I mentioned a specific accessory earlier? Almost every single budget bike under $300 comes with a seat that feels like a solid brick. A massive, shockingly common mistake buyers make is going through the entire hassle of packing up and returning an otherwise perfectly good bike simply because the seat hurts. Do not do this. Instead, spend $15 on a simple gel seat cover. It slides right over the top and completely changes the comfort level of your ride. It is the mandatory $15 fix for the entire budget bike market.
Furthermore, before you hit that buy button, set your expectations realistically with these warnings. First, expect 60 to 90 minutes of assembly time. These are not out-of-the-box ready. You will very likely need a friend to help hold the frame while you bolt it together. Second, a slight wobble during high-speed 100 RPM sprints is completely normal at this price bracket. You have to remember, you are not buying a $2,000 commercial gym frame. Third, be brutally honest about weight limits. If a bike is rated for 300 pounds and you weigh 290, the frame is going to be under maximum stress constantly. In that specific scenario, you really must go for the Exerpeutic Gold to ensure longevity.
Let's look at the genuine trade-offs on this comparison slide. The pros of the sub-$300 tier?
You save hundreds of dollars up front, you completely avoid annoying monthly software subscriptions, and for 80% of users, these provide more than enough resistance to get highly fit. The cons? You have no integrated touchscreens, no built-in live classes, and you will likely need to spend a little time tightening bolts occasionally to keep it quiet. If you are a competitive cyclist who needs exact digital wattage tracking, this budget tier is a mistake for you. You absolutely need a premium brand. As a quick final recap for Section 4, always buy a $15 gel seat cover, expect an hour of assembly, understand that a minor high-speed wobble is normal, and accept that you are trading integrated tech screens for massive financial savings.
And finally, Section 5, the final verdict?
It is time to consolidate everything we have covered today into an easy, actionable decision matrix. You have done the studying, and now it's time to actually select your equipment. Let's see how this builds our final recommendations based on your specific needs. Look at this matrix with me. If you want the absolute best all-rounder that truly feels like a studio cycle, your best option is the Yosuda indoor cycle. If your primary constraint is being tight on space in a small room or apartment, you choose the Sunny X bike. If you require maximum stability and a really high weight capacity, you must go with the Exerpeutic Gold. It really is that straightforward. Our concluding thought for this entire breakdown: match the bike's strongest feature to your biggest physical or spatial limitation, and you literally cannot make a bad choice here.
I want to conclude our class today with this empowering question. What is your ultimate fitness goal for this year? And are you finally ready to stop overthinking and just start pedaling? My most honest advice to you is this: the absolute best bike in the world is simply the one you actually use. Pick the one that fits your room and your budget and just get moving. Now, before I officially dismiss you, let's do our final 5 quick revision questions with rapid-fire speed to really lock in this knowledge. Question 1. What is the main benefit of magnetic resistance? Answer: it's virtually silent and maintenance-free. Question 2. Why does a heavier flywheel actually matter? Answer: it ensures a smooth, fluid pedal stroke. Question 3. What is the mandatory $15 fix? Answer: a simple gel seat cover. Question 4. Which bike is the ultimate pick for tight spaces? Answer: the Sunny X bike. And question 5. What happens during a 100 RPM sprint on a budget bike? Answer: a slight, totally normal wobble. If you got those right, you are officially ready to buy. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer today, and I look forward to